Hey, first day of school for me. Ha! I'm not actually a student this year. I am an educational assistant, and I'm looking so forward to helping kids in high school that are having issues with graduating in the mainstream school environment. I'm looking so forward to helping them with their self-belief and their self-value. And that inspired me to share this. There are, okay, this may not be fully accurate because this is just off the whim as I was drinking my coffee this morning. So, you know, take it as you will, and it's not in stone, you know, and legally binding, but I was seeing 5 stages in our belief growth, and we grow up with stories, and so we have ways of thinking about everything in life, unless of course there's something we haven't even been exposed to, in which case then that's like completely unknown territory. A lot of the times we will have thoughts that help set some kind of precedence that may help us through that. But the reason I'm sharing that is because our beliefs come from our thoughts. And so in some areas we may have really supportive and strong beliefs, and in other areas our beliefs may be working for us or against us. And so there's no like you just start at the bottom baseline belief level and you work your way up. You could be anywhere on the scale right off the bat. But it's really good to be aware of the different elevations. So first of all, bar minimum, scraping the bottom of the barrel belief is that nothing else is possible. This is it. This is where we're at. And our brains like to keep us safe. And so our brain, how does it help support that system, that belief system of nothing else is possible? It literally looks for all the evidence to support that. See, it's not possible, it's not possible, it's not possible. Look how hard that would be. Every little hiccup is like, oh, see, validation. No way that was going to work out. That's the first one. Second, well, it's possible for others, but not for me. Insert all lines of excuses. I didn't have that upbringing. I'm not genetically built that way, you know, because, you know, like for weight loss, sometimes like, well, it's in our genes, and yes, some of that is true, but that doesn't mean you can't. It doesn't mean it's not possible. Well, they just have a better personality than I do. They grew up with more money than I did. All the excuses. Once again, brain is trying to keep you right where you're at to keep you safe. It doesn't want you to elevate to the next level. But then there's the next level, which I think of more of like a threshold level, where you start thinking, why not me? Why not me? You've had enough examples of it being possible for others, and you start thinking, why not me? And that's very motivational. You're like, whew, yeah, why not me? Let's do that. Let's get into that. But then you get to the next stage, and that's where you're like, it might actually be possible for me. And then your brain, once again, keeping you safe, says, yeah, if this and this and this and this happens, like you have to have all the perfect boxes checked off. You have to have all the perfect timing down. You have to have all the things, and maybe you have to wait for a certain other thing before it's possible for you. Once again, your brain is working to keep you right where you are, to keep you safe. Thank you, brain, for braining for me, but we can do better than that. The next step is, it is possible for me. And now this is where the deep work actually is really kicking in, because the brain is going to constantly try to bring you back down to the lower levels so that you don't sneak out of your crude cave and get eaten by a bear. It doesn't want you to do that. And it doesn't understand that that's not what's happening. It just sees that you're trying to do something different. You're adopting new beliefs, you're adopting new thoughts, and you're looking for that evidence to support that instead. And you're taking action to further yourself along, because you've told yourself it's possible. Because once you believe something's possible, you'll figure out how to get there. Once you take off all the limitations of when this happens, that happens, or I have to be like that person, once you just realize that you, as yourself, can do it and it's possible, You figure this shit out. And don't tell me that's not true. I don't care who you are. There has been something in your life that you didn't really know how you were going to tackle it, but then you just had the gumption that you could, and you just fucking started the work and figured it out on your way. So those are my quick little morning breadcrumbs of coaching for you this morning as I head off to be a life coach in any way possible for high school kids. Granted, I don't think I'm meeting them today. I think this is all just staff. But I get to meet the team. So that's awesome too, because I haven't worked on a kick-ass team in a while, so I look forward to being able to do that. And hey, if anybody has any other things that they'd like to add to the stages of belief, or thoughts or questions, comments, leave them down below or send me a message. I look forward to the conversation, because we are constantly growing and everybody has something to add to the mix to make the recipe all that more tasty. What up? Peace out.